Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again to the channel. You know, it's JJ with you on JJ's PC Builds. First time here, hit the subscribe button. Keep me busy and working. Hit the like button. Keep Mr. Machine working. Say hello there, Mr. Machine.
Hello.
And don't forget about the notification bell so we know when we post the next, or you know when I post the next video or live stream. I almost said we. It is we, but between you and me, it is we. So. But anyway, I don't want to confuse everybody, Machine. Definitely don't. Okay, NVIDIA just posted the new drivers that are out there, guys. The new drivers that just posted today. And the drivers are 610.74 for NVIDIA driver update. I just downloaded it in 7/7/2026. That's July the 7th, 2026 for everybody. Machine, what do you think about the drivers for NVIDIA? Machine.
They seem to be working good. I have no issues with mine.
So you already downloaded yours, right?
Yep, mine are downloaded, and I don't notice any difference, like negatively or positively.
Yeah, I don't neither. So, I mean, they seem to be working good on my end. Even though that, you know, the next video that I'll probably do on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. What I'll do is I'll do a live driver test to where we can up test the driver on a couple games and see if it's workable or not. I don't see why we couldn't do it live.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, there's only going to be a 5% variation because we're going to be live streaming, but why not put all the load that we can onto the graphics card just to see actually what it does?
Okay.
So, yeah. How many times have I run tests on this graphics card? I mean, you know, think about it. How many tests have I actually ran on it in over 3 years?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, many.
Yeah. So let's go to the action screen and see what I pulled up for the highlights for this new driver and see what we can explore. So now you made it to the action screen with me and Mr. Machine over there, even though he's gaming right now as we speak. So let's see what videocards.com, what highlights they're giving us. They say it's game ready for Doom, the Dark Ages Revelations, also to Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Resynced. That's what it says right here. This new game ready driver provides the best gaming experience for the latest new games supporting DLSS and RTX technologies, including Doom, the Dark Ages, Revelations, and Assassin's Creed, Black Flag Resynced. Now, fixing the issues, I don't think the 10-cent meeting is really something we need to worry about as gamers, because this has absolutely nothing to do with us. Known issues is preferred maximum performance power management mode may not be applied correctly. That does relate to us. Package contents is the driver, audio drivers, the NVIDIA and PhysX, the CUDA, the DCH, NVIDIA control panel, knowing it's been discontinued. So, is there anything else that's special about it? I don't know, Machine. I really haven't found anything. Let's go over to the NVIDIA app and see if there's anything they got. Let's go to the article and see if there's anything more on NVIDIA's articles. Okay. I don't see any difference. They're claiming the difference between the 5080 and the 5090 at 1440p with DLSS on with path tracing on max settings. that Doom: The Dark Ages and Assassin's Creed looks like the 5090 gets 375 FPS, and the 5080 gets 280 FPS. That's what they're claiming. You guys can check that out. Let's see. 5090, 5080, 5070 Ti machine. They said that your Assassin's Creed should get over 316 FPS.
Yeah, with like 4x frame gen.
They're saying with the 9800 X3D, 64 gigs of RAM, and Windows 11, path tracing on max settings, DLSS upscaler. Says nothing about path. It says nothing about oh god, I keep forgetting that name. Frame generation. It says nothing about frame generation.
300 seems a little bit with that engine.
Yeah,
because it's running the same engine as Assassin's Creed Shadows, and that's not the easiest engine to run.
Yeah, so you're gonna end up running frame generation with that.
Maybe. We'll see if I can just.
Well, you'll let me know, and I'll let everybody know, or we'll have it on a video. You know, we all can talk about it. But oh, and via the NVIDIA app, players can upgrade to DLSS 4.5 with the latest DLSS dynamic multi-frame generation and super resolution models for even faster and more detailed high seas experience. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, they're including that with, I bet you, with those testings. Because that would only make sense. Because if they're going to run path tracing, I mean, let's go ahead and switch back to the main screen. You know, if they're going to run path tracing, I don't know, man. You know, truthfully, I've been trying to run the games without ray tracing, path tracing, or frame generation. I've just been running it off the DLSS upscaler on quality. It looks better to me that way. I'm not too concerned about the FPS. Because as long as I know my 1% lows are staying above 60 FPS, that's all that really matters to me at that point. Because you know your average FPS is going to be well above 60. You know? So it only makes common sense to pay more attention to your 1% lows than it does your actual average FPS. Now your 0.01% lows, that's minuscule. That really won't be something you have to worry about. It's your 1% and your average. So I really keep my focus on the 1% lows. That's just my opinion, you know. So, but anyway, sir, you got anything you want to add to this, or what you're thinking about it, or?
I just looked it up. So at high to medium settings, 4K native TAA. High preset RT off. Okay, there's a few medium settings in there. 60 FPS with a 151% low.
Okay.
And it uses 8 gigabytes of VRAM at 4K native.
That's 4K native, 1440p.
It's 1440p. Native is this is max settings,
right?
62 FPS with a low of 50, using 9.2 gigabytes of VRAM, but it's also maxed out.
What graphics card would
5070 Ti
and the 9800 X3D or the 9700X?
Which is 9800X3D.
Wow.
B650 motherboard, gigabyte cores, elite.
Where are they getting these? Now, I understand those numbers, but where is NVIDIA getting their numbers from?
4x frame gen.
That or 6x? That has to be the only way.
Yeah, of course they're going to beef it up that much. They're going to try to.
Yeah, because
4K, very high DLSS.
it has to be 6x because 60 FPS times 4 frame gen is 240.
Yep. So with 4K DLSS 4 quality upscaling, very high standard with very high settings with standard RT, 74 FPS with a low of 59, using 10.5 gigabytes of VRAM, because the RT is going to, of course, ramp your VRAM up.
So in actuality, they're running 6x frame gen.
Yeah, and his CPU clock is at 5225.
52?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's an X3D chip.
Yep.
Yeah, because we're used to between 55 and 57.
Looks a little high, though, but I don't know anything about those chips, but I think it's high. I don't know what the standard clocks are. But I'm running mine at 55, so, yeah.
I think it's 48 to 52.
Yeah, ray traced very high. Extended RT. It's at 57 FPS with a low of 48. It's a very demanding game with RT. Holy shit.
Oh.
Balanced, it takes it up to 69 with a low of 60. So, I mean, if you use the upscaling properly, you can get a decent at 4K at max settings. I don't think this has path tracing in it.
Well, they said path tracing, didn't they? I think so.
There's frame gen 2x, 126 FPS with extended RT max settings, 4K DLSS 4 balanced. 126 FPS is a high, 52 is a low. It's a little janky for me. It's a big difference between a high and a low.
They're saying includes support for ray trace reflections and ray trace lighting for realistic reflection, shadow, water lighting, interactions across the Caribbean.
Yeah, I think that's with extended RT. I think that's their version of path tracing, maybe. 4X frame gen, a 1% low of 50, an average of 215 with a 220 high. It's just the low of 50. I don't like it.
Oh, that's choppy.
Yeah, it's going to be choppy.
Well, maybe not.
12.3 gigabytes of VRAM used with 4X frame gen and max settings. And that's with performance DLSS.
Wow. That is like, no. That's just too much happening in the soup kitchen, you know what I mean? Way too much.
1080p, max settings, extended RT.
Yeah.
At 1080p, no upscaling. 74 FPS with a low of 60. A 5070 Ti at 1080p, 75 FPS.
That's at 1080p though.
Yeah.
Oh,
you would think that 5070 Ti at 1080p would blow these games out of the water, but I guess not.
I guess not neither, man. I guess. Oh, they strapped you so hard.
But also, this doesn't have the driver. The driver just came. So these drivers might help a little bit.
Yeah, but not by much. They're saying 375 for a 5090, 280 for a 5080.
Yeah, they're probably using like high graphic settings, performance upscaling, and 4X or the max. Of course, they're going to put all their software into it and go, hey, look what you can get. Can't really play it this way, but look.
Yeah, let's shove the kitchen sink in there and see if it actually works. Don't forget to hook up the drain.
Wow.
Because that's basically what they're doing, is not hooking up the drain and just letting everything flow all over the place.
Yeah, I'm going to have to really do some research on the settings.
Yeah.
When I get to it.
I can tell you that this is going to be like a big research project. It doesn't sound right. I mean, even Horizon Zero Dawn runs better than the way that sounds.
Yeah, but when you put ray tracing and stuff, but like I said, Assassin's Creed Shadows is also not the easiest game to run either.
Maybe they should think about making it easier to run.
Well, that's why you can turn RT off. You can turn it on.
Yeah.
So you can. It's not a big deal.
All right. Well,
turn the flashy stuff off. You get your FPS back.
Well, you know me. I always turn the flashy stuff off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though I like eye candy, I can't seem to bring myself to beat up my GPU just for a couple extra colors.
I'll probably be running low RT so I can get my frame rate. I'll run a little bit.
Right. Camera recording.
But that looks like it'll be fun to mess with the settings.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know how it goes. Mm-hmm. I really can't see it. Especially when they're talking about a 5090, 5080, 5070 Ti and a 5070 being over in the 200 FPS range. I'm not, my mind's not seeing it. Because we have to look at it like this. What if we don't run any of those cards? You know, what kind of advantage does it give us running lower end cards? Like last generation cards. People still do run last generation cards. People run cards that are 12, 13 years old. So what kind of advantage would this game give us? I really not seeing too much.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I think they need to go and retool the engine.
Yep.
Is that all you got for me? Is there anything else?
No, there's another video for the 7600. I'll send it to you separately.
What, there's another video?
Yeah, showing how the 7600 can do.
Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea, but hopefully everybody watches that video anyway. But so when it comes to the new driver update, do you have any thoughts about it? Do you think it's going to be better? Or?
Well, I mean, it'll help with the game for sure. So we'll see.
Well, it gives you like a 5% buffering or something with the game?
But hopefully it'll reduce some of those 1% lows. Could be, hopefully. We'll see.
I think
I got something to compare it to now, so.
Yeah, true. I think if everybody would stop focusing so much on how much FPS they can get through the moon, they would focus on their 1% lows more. If these companies would focus on the 1% margin, bringing it, between 70 and 90 on the low, I think a lot of games would have better response time and they would run a lot smoother with no flickering if they focus on the 1% other than focusing on how much they can get. So you have to have a balance in between how much you can get max to your 1%. But if you got like a 40 to 80 FPS difference between the two, you got a problem. Is you got to tighten the gap up and you got to keep it within 10% of each other. The 1% and your maximum FPS, it's got to be at least, I'll give it 10 to 15%. But if you don't keep it tight, and you're going to have a bunch of stuttering and stuff, it looks like you have sloppy Joe all over your graphics card. Make sense, man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the further you get away the 1% to your actual top FPS, that becomes a big distance. You know, you got to keep tight timings to keep the FPS tightened to where when you go up to 3, 4, 5, 600 FPS, that your 1% lows are 10% below that. But they don't give anybody that advantage. I just say. But anyway, you got anything else you want to add to the crowd there, brother?
Nope, nothing.
All right, you want to say goodbye to them and we'll see them on the live stream, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, hit up the live stream, please. We like to hear people's different opinions on stuff. And, like, subscribe, watch his videos, please. That will help him get out there for everybody, because Jay is the most honest person you will ever see on any video. When he's wrong, he'll say he's wrong. And I can honestly say that that's rare. So, give the guy a chance. He'll do the right thing for you.
That's all you got. That's all you got for him?
That's all I got.
All righty. All right, everybody. You heard it from Mr. Machine. He ain't going to lie to you, and neither am I. First time here, hit the subscribe button. Keep me working. Hit the like button. Keep Mr. Machine working. And don't forget about YouTube as well, because you need to keep them working. Because if not, they won't help the channel out. So videos beginning to end within 1 year from today. Watch all the videos. Let's get me over the top to the next level, so that way we got something new to talk about. And don't forget to hit the notification so you know when I post the next video or live stream. Till the next time and the next video. You know what it is? We'll see you on the next one, guys.
Never slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.